Again with the MoviePass. Today on The Minute. Well, hello. Welcome once again to another episode of The Minute, brought to you by Movie Night Autopsy. As always, I'm Sam.
And I'm Chad.
Sitting down once again because there's even more to talk about with this whole MoviePass thing.
This is getting kind of crazy.
It's getting way out of hand. Now, we actually, Chad was pushing for us to do it earlier in the week.
I was just so excited.
Well, there was stuff to talk about.
It was getting absurd.
But I said, no, let's give it a couple of days just in case anything else happened. And guess what? Something else happened.
You don't say. Something else happened?
Something else happened. But let's get to where we were when you were first recommending that we do it. Mm-hmm. And it was about that time that I got yet another email from MoviePass.
Of which, to keep a theme going from last week, I have not, as a separate MoviePass customer, I have not gotten this email.
Yeah, MoviePass clearly values me more as a customer for some reason.
I think so.
No, but anyways, I'm not going to read this one in its entirety, but in quoting the email, here are the details. Under the new plan, you're going to see 3 movies a month, $9.95 a month.
That's good.
I mean, if you're seeing 3 movies a month, it still pays for itself, like whatever. And also you're giving up to a $5 discount for additional movie tickets purchased, which isn't bad. That's not bad. But again, it's just a recurring theme from the last time. Like, these aren't bad terms.
No, they're really not.
But this deal's just getting worse all the time. I'm sorry, I promise it's the last one. The new plan, it's going to include major studio first-run films, but there's going to be some exceptions.
It seems like there's an incredible amount of exceptions on this.
Well, keep in mind, this was just the initial email.
Yeah.
Like they've done a turnaround since this turnaround.
Yeah, it's a pivot of a pivot.
It's a pivot of a pivot, and they just pivoted.
Yeah, so much pivoting.
Pivotception.
Somebody
it's
should
ridiculous.
call travel on this.
They're going to suspend peak pricing and ticket verification, which, literally the world rejoiced. But only for a short time, because they definitely brought back peak pricing.
Yes.
Ticket verification, I believe, is still gone, but they've brought back peak pricing.
That is true.
Since this email came out on Monday night. Over the coming days, MoviePass members with a monthly subscription renewing after August 15th will be given the option in the new MoviePass app to transfer to the new plan. Yada yada yada. That sounds more just like some technical jargon. But now. That was earlier
Monday.
in the week. And you found this out because we were going to go and try and see the new Spike Lee joint, Black Klansman, later.
Yeah, and I'm always looking at MoviePass because I'm always thinking, well, if I have the option...
If I got time later, maybe I'll go see something.
I'll go see a movie, and I always just check MoviePass every day. But today is the 12th of August, and it's a Sunday. I want to go see a movie at my local theater, and the only 2 options I have to see a movie are Slender Man and The Meg. And The Meg is at peak pricing all day.
Mm-hmm.
So those are probably fine movies.
In every theater, too, by the way. Every local theater. Because I checked every one just to see if there were other movies that we could watch.
Yeah.
And that was before I read these articles that came out earlier.
Yes.
But yeah, every single theater in the area for The Meg, it's all peak pricing.
That's crazy. But what gets me is just that it's only these 2 options, and it changed the app. Like, it doesn't even tell me if there are other movies I can't see. It used to be able to tell you that.
Well, there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
And it's these articles that came out earlier today.
Today. This broke today.
Well, technically this one by the New York Post broke last night.
Okay.
But it's still that same news. And the headline is MoviePass now forcing users to choose between 2 movies a day. That's exactly what you stumbled upon checking for movies this morning. The 2 movies that we got for today are Slender Man and The Meg.
Yeah.
2 movies that I'm sure are fine. I'm sure Jaws But Bigger is a fun ride, and Slender Man is an interesting concept, but that's neither of those movies are the movies that I wanted to go see today.
I am losing choice as a customer.
Yep, they're definitely restricting options. And so this is a new turnaround from that customer courtesy email that they sent out Monday.
Yet another pivot.
Which was a turnaround from the customer courtesy email that they sent out last week. And in that one they even said, we're going to be more transparent with you guys. We owe that to you, our customers. And they didn't say shit about this change. This change was broken by the New York Post. They didn't send me anything about that. It's just like waking up this morning, checking the MoviePass, and those are the 2 movies that we got.
You know what really makes me...
Oh, and peak pricing's back.
And peak pricing's back. What really got on my nerves is I just remembered that there was a customer service email sent earlier in the week after the news broke. So this is like Wednesday, after the news broke Monday, of price is the same, 3 movies a month. and then we got rid of all this other stuff, and that's all it was. I left a halfway decent review. They were asking for a review, and I was really happy with the changes they made. And this is before all this happened, so I don't think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah, it's not very promising.
No, it's not. And I came into this thinking I was going to be a little bit more praiseworthy of MoviePass because I thought business-wise they made a fantastic move.
Well, yeah, those past couple, the information that they presented in those last couple of emails is like, okay, now I'm still of the opinion that, you know, like you shouldn't show footage in your trailer if it's not in the movie. It's fucked up that you're just changing the terms on your customers.
Yeah.
Not giving them the option to accept new terms, just straight up changing the terms. It still remains a reasonable service under the terms established by those 2 emails. This like pushes it too far. At this point, it's like, man, I
mean, like I was all ready to come in here and fully respect what MoviePass is doing a little bit because if
like I get it, even if it's not,
they didn't change the price. And it's 3 movies, and they expect some people to leave.
And that's still a better deal.
But
3 movies a month is still a better deal.
This move was supposed to reduce their cost by like 60%. According to Mitch Lowe, their CEO, was on CNN earlier this week. It's supposed to be doing that. You know, originally, like people like us who saw quite a few movies a week were like 15% of the customer base, and we were 40% of the cost. And with this, it changes it a little bit, and I respect that because it's a company that needs to make money. I still wasn't sure if I was going to stay with it.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. At the end of the day, it has to find a way to be profitable.
Yeah, and I get that, but like this is another move. Wow, this changes everything.
It does. And the big thing to me is like, you know, with the other stuff, they sent out that email saying, hey, so some changes are coming. These are the changes you can expect. And this is a complete turnaround on those. Like they straight up said no more peak pricing because people don't like peak pricing. And now, like, they're one of the 2 movies that we have a choice from. Every single screening today is a peak pricing screening.
And they're neither of the movies ridiculous. I want to see.
Like one of them was like it's about 1 p.m. as we're recording this, and I believe that the Meg, which is the peak pricing movie all day, there's a 1:45 showing of it, something like that, down the street.
Yeah,
and that's at peak pricing.
Are they really expecting people to like go in droves?
I promise you, if we went there right now and went and sat in that theater to see that movie, it'd be half empty. Like, how is that peak pricing?
And how does peak pricing work again? Would they just charge a little extra couple bucks?
Yeah, I think they just charge like $2 or $3, but I've heard some complaints online like anecdotal stuff of it being upwards of $5 extra. And at that point, it's like that's half the ticket. And just like at that point, it's like, what am I paying for?
Exactly.
And and AMC now has a horse in the race, and all the theaters in the area are AMC theaters. So I mean, like, that's not going to benefit everybody around the country. There are some small towns that don't have AMC theaters.
Yes.
And they can't do anything about that. But for people like us that live in a town where there's like 4 AMC theaters within the larger area, why not pay the extra $10 a month? And you can see 3 movies a week. You can see movies as many times as you want.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
IMAX is included.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 3D, but IMAX for certain movies I will totally get down on.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I just went and saw the standard for like Avengers Infinity War, but if I had the option to just go see IMAX and it didn't cost me anymore, I definitely would have gone and seen it in IMAX.
It's interesting. I originally was a little bit worried when I found out that it was mostly going to be AMC's around here. Because just like I'm always one of those people who is a little bit iffy with the lack of choices. Yeah. As this podcast
like
kind of shows.
How long until Google owns everything?
Yeah. Once again, shout out to Google Play for allowing our podcast to be on it.
I, for one, welcome, all right. Not doing the same joke twice.
I know, we got to cut out the same
that.
joke. Yeah, okay.
Talking about how much better of a deal AMC sounds over MoviePass.
Yeah, so this A-list
even though
thing,
it's twice as much.
It is.
But it just sounds like a much better deal.
It does at the moment. I'm still iffy because I want to make sure there's enough movies per month that I want to see that I can use this for, and I have the time.
I don't know. You go see one IMAX movie and one regular movie in the month, and it's paid for itself.
I didn't consider IMAX pricing, but I do know there are stretches where I go see like one movie a month, because there's just not as much out.
I definitely go through the same stuff too, but I don't know. Like, it's almost like a gym membership. Like, you're paying for it, so you feel the need to go.
Yeah, and the funny thing about all this MoviePass stuff is I looked at the last time I used MoviePass, and it was a month ago. For Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a month, and I've gone to see movies.
I tried to use it for Mission Impossible Fallout, but you know, there was quite a MoviePass fallout of funds that went along with that.
Wow.
And
Nice.
so we were not able to go and we were not able to use the MoviePass to see that one. And then I tried to hold out because it's like, oh well, you know, like after like 2 weeks or whatever, surely I can they'll renew it so I can just go see Mission Impossible Fallout again and make MoviePass like pay for it.
Nope.
But
they ain't doing that.
No,
it's ridiculous.
They ain't playing that game.
I'm not feeling this anymore, man.
Yeah, I'm getting really down about MoviePass.
Yeah, I mean,
and like I really wanted it to work. I wanted to sing its praises whenever it first came out.
I think I'm about to be charged because for the monthly fee, and
yeah, I got like 2 days, I think.
Yeah, and I haven't seen a movie in a month, so I feel like I've seen a movie since then. I haven't used MoviePass in a month, so
but I had to pay for it.
This has cost me money now. And not just that 1 or 2 times I go. I haven't used the service.
And today it's like I've got time to go see a movie, but I don't particularly want to see Slender Man. And even if I do want to go see Jaws but bigger, it's going to cost me a little bit of money to go see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which you know, by the way, quick sidebar. What's the deal with like this remaking movies from the 70s and the 80s but bigger? Like Skyscraper, Die Hard but bigger.
Yeah.
And now The Meg, Jaws but bigger.
Mm-hmm. They've been doing that before.
But I mean, what's next? Duel but bigger?
Like a bigger truck.
Yeah, it's like a semi truck that hauls semi trucks.
Yeah, like Jason Statham is like the guy being chased,
and he's like driving a Mini.
Actually, I'd see that movie. I'd go see that movie.
And it turns out, but this time we actually see the guy driving the truck, and it's The Rock.
Yeah,
I actually would go see that movie.
Yeah, we'll go see that movie. In fact, you could switch roles. It could be The Rock in the car and Jason Statham.
It doesn't matter who's in what car.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I say we put The Rock in both the truck and the car.
Put The Rock in both cars.
Just give him like an angry man mustache in the truck.
Oh man, Hollywood, get to it.
Get to it. Come on. We're giving you all these free ideas.
Back to MoviePass. I regret nothing. That was great.
That was great.
The last thing that I want to bring up is I'm looking at some stuff from the Harvard Business Review right now. That's kind of like where it's just somebody kind of examining what the service has done so far, comparing it to what AMC is now trying to do, and talking about how MoviePass sustains in the future. And according to the writer of this article, and I agree with them. That's why I'm bringing this up. MoviePass probably isn't going anywhere. A lot of people have been predicting bankruptcy, and I don't think that's going to happen. However, MoviePass is never going to look like MoviePass originally intended to look.
No, it's not.
And we don't know what it's going to eventually look like. It's still in free fall right now, and we're going to have to see where it lands.
If you asked me a week ago, I might have disagreed with you and think, bankruptcy's around the corner. Our mentality a couple weeks ago was, we got to hurry up and use MoviePass before we can't use MoviePass anymore.
Because that was a legitimate concern.
And now it's like, well, I guess I'm not going to use MoviePass anymore because I'm not on board with this. I think as a business model, even though it's pivot on the pivot on the pivot on the pivot on the pivot.
There's so many pivots. I lost track of the pivots.
It's like pivot cubed at that point.
Like seriously, they've pivoted so much they would break Muggsy Bogues' ankles. Like
I think it'll be in business for a while because the math still adds up of how many movies you can see versus how much you're paying for.
Yeah.
And that's fine. They expect to lose some subscribers over this. They I don't know. I think they made a decent decision before I found out that it's just 2 choices now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, whenever y'all first got here, so that we could do this, you were just like, "Oh man, have you brought up MoviePass lately? There's only 2 movies. It's only registering 2 movies. Like, what's the deal?"
And I just thought it was
I came in here and did a little bit of searching on the interwebs, and it's like, oh, apparently that's a thing.
Yeah, that's a legitimate thing. I thought it was just a weird set of circumstances that I couldn't only see these 2 movies because I'm like, is it a combination of peak pricing, movies I've already seen, movies I'm not qualified to see, and how many of them are new? But it's just like, something's weird when the app changes.
No, solve for X.
Yes, yeah. But I didn't realize another press release that I have not been informed about.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe there's hey, if you're out there listening to this and you're just like, well, what are you talking about? I got an email about that. Well, then please let us know because neither of us got an email, and I got the other 2.
You got the other. I think you had to forward me one of those other 2 I didn't get.
Yeah, I might have. I don't know. I'm pretty lazy.
I still haven't gotten. They definitely have been as transparent with me as they have with other customers, and definitely not all customers.
Oh man. Feels good to get that off my chest.
Yeah, it was a good ride while it lasted, I think. I mean,
I saw a lot of movies and I didn't spend very much money on it. So thank you for that, MoviePass.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't want to. I'm upset about the changes now, but I don't want our history to be bitter when I think about it. I'm glad I had it when I did.
just remember, it's we've always got the good times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've always got the memories of the good times, MoviePass. So let's not let this ruin the history.
We'll always have Paris.
We'll always have Paris. I think that about covers it. So what do you think? Are you a MoviePass member? Do you not believe in MoviePass? Have you been doing the AMC thing? Whatever the case is, just, reach out to us. Let us know what you think. We always want to know what you think.
Please do.
And until next time, thank you so much for listening. I've been Sam.
I'm Chad.
And this has been The Minute, brought to you by Movie Night Autopsy.
What's up, crew? If you got any idea of what you would like for us to talk about on The Minute or on Movie Night Autopsy podcast, hit us up on the social medias. You can hit us up on Twitter at movie_autopsy. Check us out on Facebook at Movie Night Autopsy. Always feel free to email us, contact@movienightautopsy.com.